Hello. I'm Deandra Reviews, and welcome to ASMR Reiki movie reviews. Check out deandrareviews.all.com where I review entertainment for the light it gives. And like my water bottle, everything is appearing. Okay. Today we are reviewing The Witcher Season 3, and we are saying goodbye to Henry Cavill, aka Geralt, and welcoming Liam Hemsworth in Season 4, which will probably be the last season. Okay, no. But I'm going to start with cord cutting the past because it's going to be a whole new era. And frankly, I'm a little bit sad about it, to be honest. I think that Henry Cavill is one of the biggest stars to kind of been so screwed by Hollywood. I think we're currently in the WGA strike and the SAG-AFTRA strike, and one of the biggest misconceptions is that actors are wealthy, but like there are a lot of actors and few of them are wealthy, and there are a lot of writers and few of them are actually even writing. And I think with Henry, like one of the strange things about his career is that he was seen as one of the best Supermans, and he didn't get his shot, and The Witcher was kind of his redemption arc, and it got lost in the sauce because by the time the mess with Superman cooled down, in the sense of James Gunn came in and wanted to do his own version of Superman without Henry. Uh, he couldn't just be like, hey guys, I know Liam signed a contract, but can you break it? And quite frankly, I can't see anybody but Henry Cavill in this role of Gerald, which made season 3 feel very weird because out of all the seasons, it felt the most disconnected and disjointed to the other ones, which has always been a real problem with The Witcher and why we're cutting off the past. Because if there's one thing that the past does to us, is that it kind of leaves us a little disjointed and disconnected to the present we desire for ourselves, but the future. It's kind of like one of the biggest gripes I've had with the past is that it's hard for me to feel like my future will be any different. Like I should really enjoy and stay present when the present is just the result of the past and the future will be the result of the present. So are we all just in a great big karmic cycle, which is kind of what Siri's trying to unpack via her power? What is she here to do? And should she even do it? But I felt like, and maybe you will agree or disagree, one of the things that I felt after learning that Henry was leaving was this kind of like, eh, it kind of lost interest in the show. Um, he was a real anchor, I think, to the series and its messiness because he's a big gamer. He loves video games, loves the Witcher video game, and I think he tried to have way more say, kind of trying to pull a Jenna Ortega on Wednesday and kind of be like, you guys, I know, let's not do this, let's do that. And he felt like a major consistency and continuity in a show that could be a little bit all over the place. Because one of the biggest complaints about The Witcher, and we saw it with the death of Eskel, spoiler alert, was that it changed plot points that, but didn't exactly made them better, made them worse. I'm not one of those people that I'm gonna go cry if um, a book that becomes a movie changes a plot. But what does disappoint me at times is that, like, make it better or make it different, uniquely different, special, but don't make it worse or don't make it dumb, don't make it useless. And the death of Eskel felt like that. Like, here was this major character, very beloved to the Witcher universe, and he was super charming. And by, he got 2 episodes and he was done. And I never forget, I do watch the behind the scenes. I do watch the documentaries. And the writers were talking about, like, we wanted to make this, this is a really big death. It's really important. And I just wanted everyone to know, like, this is The Witcher and anything goes. And it just felt like, what? Like, what are you talking about? We didn't even get enough time I cared because I care about The Witcher beyond the show, the video game, the books. But I think that was the disappointment. We didn't get to meet this really great character that has so much wealth and could give so much more. And that's a recurring theme in The Witcher throughout the series. It could be so much more, and it never is. And Henry Cavill really carried the show so that no matter what, even in disappointment, we always returned. And that doesn't mean I don't love Yennefer. And the actress is absolutely amazing. And this season, we really got to see their love flourish. And I felt like that was the anchor to a season where it's crazy because one of the things about season 4 that they are planning is to focus a lot more on Ciri, on her importance, on her growth, and kind of making The Witcher a little more aligned to another series that got canceled, Cursed. I don't know if you ever got to see it. I think it's probably going to disappear from Netflix if Netflix does exactly what Disney Plus is doing, kind of just shedding away series that, according to them, failed. But this series did fail. It didn't get too many ratings. It was based on a YA novel, and it was about, from what I remember, because I actually did review it and I liked it, but it had a little bit of a messy problem about a young woman. I think it was Guinevere, and she has like a lot of power, or she's hexed, and she's just trying to liberate herself. Anyway, it's that same kind of dynamic of a young girl with superpowers in a majestic, magical world that's trying to save itself and burn itself all at once because of different factions, different creatures, different religions, kind of similar to The Witcher. With Jennifer and then Geralt taking kind of a back burner role to series growth. But that kind of is the problem. The Witcher is about Geralt. And if they make him a secondary character, which is their plan with Liam Hemsworth, it's kind of like, why are we here? Why are we? I came for him and I got, it's kind of like going to a pancake place and ordering a salad. Like, this place is known for pancakes. Let's get pancakes. And it was just, I don't know. It's kind of disappointing because one thing that I'm realizing in terms of television and streaming is the loss of fantasy shows. They are super expensive. There is a sense of, especially more with all shows, but especially with fantasy shows, that if I don't see instant results, why are we here? I mean, Warrior Nun returned, and we still don't even know how. Just snapping, 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 making sure that past doesn't return. And The Witcher kind of survived what would have been a typical axe because of Henry Cavill and people really wanting to see him. And I'm very curious where his career is going to go. He's obviously a superstar, but he's just been through so much. My God. Just getting a little rapper to ASMR this. And I felt like this season, like I said, Jennifer and Gerald, I say Gerald or Gerald, depends the mood. I felt like they were the anchor of this season, in terms of their love story. And there was definitely more attention to Ciri. Jaskier and his support of Ciri is definitely going to grow and be more important in season 4. Because for the sake of consistency, same actor, beloved character. But I didn't really care about Ciri as much. Even though she got more attention, her powers definitely grew. I don't know. There was something a little vacant to her storyline. It was just like there. And maybe it's because we all knew Henry was leaving. There was more interest to see what is happening. But he was like sick for 2 episodes. So it felt really. It always sucks when you have a really great show or a good show with the potential of being great and it never measures up. And it sucks even more when you find out that the light of it, which might be an actor or character, is leaving, aka Henry. And is leaving because of crazy circumstances that really felt really human, because I think one of the reasons people were like rejecting James Gunn at first and kind of feeling bad for Henry is that we've all had that boss. You know, the new ship comes in and suddenly everybody has to leave the dock. Or, they say one thing, but they really mean the other. Oh, I just didn't want you to do this. And it's really that they did, which is what happened with James. So we will see. We will see. We will see. Just giving out those final clippings. And yeah, I guess I wanted to make it the theme of the past because I guess Henry will be the past. This season was really about, it was about the past in many ways when you think about it, about learning to trust yourself, trust your future, and trust the people around you, despite a past of betrayal, despite not having any guidance to your future, particularly the future you desire, which is the case of Siri. This season was a lot. Always could be better, but we will see where it all goes. Who knows? Liam might surprise. I'm sure he will. But please subscribe and stay tuned.